how to lose weight. Now, before we get into that, you need to question yourself, what is weight, and are you trying to lose weight or are you trying to lose fat? Now, before we get into that, you're going to have to question yourself, what is weight? Because a lot of people, they have a wrong conception of the meaning weight. So let's look at what is weight. Weight, a body's relative mass or the quantity of matter contained by it, giving rise to a downward force, the heaviness of a person or thing. So when people think about weight, that's the definition they're going to think of. But you don't realise your weight is actually made up of a lot of different things. So what makes up our weight? Well, the first thing that makes it up is body fat, visceral fat, muscle mass, the water in our body, bone mass or bone density. So next time you get on a scale and you look at the number, whether it's saying 80 kg, 50 kg, 120 kg, you need to realise that number is so specific to you. And there's so many different things that makes a difference for your own weight. Maybe someone that's 60 kg at a certain height, for them that's overweight. Whereas for someone that's very, very tall, maybe that's very underweight. You realise when it comes to weight, there's so many metrics and things that's important, but you can't just go off the broad speaking number of what's written on the scale. Now you see that weight is comprised of fat, visceral fat, water content, muscle mass, bone density. It's got you thinking, okay, what can I actually lose weight from? Because you don't want to be losing muscle, you don't want to be losing bone density, you probably don't want to be losing water content either. And visceral fat is something you need to protect your organs. So the thing you're trying to lose is body fat. So now you're thinking differently. You're not thinking, I don't want to lose weight. Because if you want to lose weight, you could dehydrate yourself and lose water content. You could stop working out and then lose muscle mass. So losing weight isn't your problem, or what most people's problems is. You're wanting to lose body fat. So now you've asked yourself a different question. Body fat, not weight. Because weight can come from any of those categories. Whereas body fat is specifically body fat. Now, you're going to be thinking, how do you know if I have too much body fat or too little body fat? Well, thankfully, there's something we measure our body fat in, which is called our BMI. What is the BMI? Well, let's see. The body mass index, brackets BMI, is a measure that uses your height and weight to work out if your weight is healthy. The BMI calculation divides an adult's weight into kilos by their height in meters squared. For example, a BMI of 25 means 25 kilos over meter squared. On the right, we have a formula which is BMI equals mass in kilos over height in meters squared. And that's how you can calculate your BMI. Now, BMI is different for male and female. Now, I'm on a very notorious website, the NHS, which is basically the UK's healthcare system. And this is the BMI ranges. For most adults, an ideal BMI is in the 18.5 to 24.9 range. If your BMI is below 18.5, you're underweight. If your BMI is in between the 18.5 to 24.9, you're a healthy weight range. Between 25 and 29.9, you're in an overweight range. And then between 30 to 39.9, you're in an obese range. Now, there's a lot of things you're thinking. Underweight, healthy, overweight, obese, what's all of this? So we've got a picture on screen, and this is of 5 different females' body compositions. Now, no one's here to body shame, BMI is just facts, and that's what it is. So starting on the left, we have a blue lady here, which is like underweight, and that's the BMI scale, under 18.5. Then we have this healthy figure, which is the green one, which is a normal, healthy weight. Then we have this orange figure where it's overweight. Probably not crazily overweight, but overweight. In this red picture, we have a lady who's obese, which is a 30 to 34.9 range. And on the right, we have a purple female that's extremely obese, which is 35 or more. Now, like I said, the ranges will differ between male and female. The first thing I say is check your BMI. What is your body mass index? Like I was saying before, weight is comprised of different things, not just fat. And what is okay for one person might actually be extreme for another person. Don't look at another person and compare your weight to theirs. Maybe even if you're the same height, same age, same gender, you think you can compare it, but then maybe they might have more muscle, more bone, and more water content, but less fat, and you're the total opposite. You're thinking we're both 60 kg, we're both healthy, but in reality that person's very healthy and very muscular, and then maybe you're actually on the underweight side, but you have a lot of fat on you. But looking at those two numbers, you're thinking, oh, you're both healthy. So BMI is a deeper thing you should really look into. Let's ask yourself, what is fat? In nutrition, biology and chemistry, fat usually means any ester of fatty acids or a mixture of such compounds, mostly commonly those that occur in living beings or in food. Basically, fatty acids and a mixture of such compounds. Now, we do need those things for like hormone production and a few other things, right? But in excess, like anything, it can be a bit too much. So on screen I have a picture. It's quite extreme, but it gives you an idea of what body fat is. Now I don't know what these people's height is, I don't know what their weight is, and I doubt it is the same person. But let's go through. 3 to 4% body fat is unsustainable and very unhealthy. Don't even look to that for some sort of goal or aspiration. It's not healthy. If you're an elite bodybuilder and you're doing a competition, that makes sense. But for your normal person, don't even attempt that. 6 to 7% is also very unhealthy. 10% is still shredded, but it's actually in the healthy range. 15%, you can see the person is slightly, just ever so slightly got muscle. And there's a bit of fat covering muscle, but nevertheless, still healthy. Now when you're 20% plus body fat, that's when it's a bit of an issue. And then as you can see in the last picture, you got 40%. I don't know what this person's BMI is, but they're definitely probably in the obese body category because 40% of their body mass is fat. Here's a range of body fat percentages according to this website. Body fat guidelines. We're going to go through females first. Age 20 to 39, healthy body fat 21 to 32%. 40 to 59, age 23 to 33 body fat. Then age 60 to 79, body fat 24 to 35%. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, men and women, their bodies are different, and women have the reproductive organs in their body to give birth. So that kind of probably is one of the major factors that makes a difference why they can have a little bit more body fat than a man. Then we go to the men's section. Age 20 to 39, healthy body fat 8% to 19%. Age 40 to 59, 11% to 21%. Then age 60 to 79, 13% to 24%. So as you can see, the ranges differ between ages and genders, not the same. So let's say you've worked out your BMI, you've worked out your fat percentage, and you now know you're overweight and you want to lose weight. This is what you want to know. So you're going to be thinking, what's the quickest way to lose fat? Funny enough, the answer will surprise you. So we have different energy systems in our body, like aerobic, anaerobic, and there's one other one. So depending on what energy system you're using will make a difference to how you're losing the weight and how quick you lose the weight. So according to this article, at number 8, we have Pilates. According to a study sponsored by an American Council on Exercise, a person weighing around 64 kg would burn 108 calories at 30 minutes beginner Pilates class, or 168 calories at an advanced class of the same duration. Number 7, yoga. Harvard Health estimates that a person 70 kg burns around 149 calories per 30 minutes of yoga. Number 6, we have swimming. Harvard Health estimates that a 70 kg person burns approximately 233 calories per half an hour of swimming. Interval training at number 5. Now this is quite popular with a lot of people, also known as HIIT, high intensity interval training. That's one version of it, but that's the one that's most popular with most people. At number 4, we have weight training. According to Harvard Health, it's estimated that a person of 70 kg burns roughly 112 calories per 30 minutes of weight training. At number 3, we have cycling. A person of 70 kg burns around 260 calories per 30 minutes of cycling on a stationary bike at a moderate pace, or 298 calories per 30 minutes on a bike at a moderate pace of 12 to 13.9 miles per hour, or 19 to 22.4 kilometers per hour. And number 2, we have jogging / running. Now most people think this is number 1, but you're actually wrong. Although they seem similar, the key difference is jogging pace is between 4 to 6 miles per hour, while running is at a pace faster than 6 miles per hour. Harvard estimates a person of 70 kg burns approximately 298 calories per 30 minutes of jogging at 5 miles per hour, or 372 calories per 30 minutes of running at 6 miles per hour pace. Now, 372 calories is a lot. It's a lot. But the one answer you're waiting for to see was number 1. Before I scroll up, go in the comment section down below and write what you think number 1 is. So number 1, the best way to lose weight is walking. Now you're going to think, why walking? Like I said, there's different energy systems we use. Aerobic, anaerobic, and there's a third one. When we're walking, we're using the best energy system that's going to be most efficient for weight loss. Surprising, I know. Why? Anyone can do it. Literally, anyone can pretty much do it. It's easy for beginners, you don't need equipment, and there's minimal stress on your joints. Also, it's a low impact exercise, so it's not going to stress your joints. According to Harvard Health, it's estimated that a person of 70 kg burns around 167 calories per 30 minutes of walking at a moderate pace of 4 miles per hour. Now, there was other forms of exercises that showed that you can burn more calories, but realistically, that was only for half an hour. Could you see yourself swimming for 4-5 hours consistently? Probably not. You see yourself walking for 4 or 5 hours? Probably. So walking technically over a longer period of time is the best and easiest way to lose weight. Now, let's say you have a goal in mind. You want to work out how much you need to do. Well, that's what I'm here for. Let's say you wanted to lose, 10 kg. 10 kg is a lot. It's a lot. Now, whether that's all going to be purely body fat or you lose a little bit of water content and a little bit of muscle, who knows? But let's say you wanted to lose 10 kg. Let's do some quick maths. So, on the left hand side, we just googled how many calories is there in a kilo. There's 7,700 calories in 1 kilogram. Now, 7,700 calories, that's a lot of calories if you think of that. The average person is supposed to consume between 2,000 to 2,500, depending if you're female or male. Of course, you can be more specific and work out what your specific intake is supposed to be, but averages. Now, essentially, most people think, I can lose a kilo in a week. So you're basically saying, over a 7-day period, each day, you're going to be losing 1,100 calories. So if you think you're losing a kilo in a week, it's unrealistic. It's unrealistic. Unless you have a very high calorie intake, and your calorie intake, 4,000 or 5,000 calories, and you're overweight or obese, to drop 1,000 calorie intake, that's possible, absolutely possible. But if your calorie intake is 2,500 or 2,600, and you want to take away 1,100 calories, that's a major deficit. You're almost halving your calories. Almost getting close to it. You're taking like 40% off. That's basically taking out a whole meal. At least a whole meal and a bit more of your calorie intake. So it's not going to be sustainable, it's not going to be healthy, and it's a major drop. So what most people recommend is, to lose this 1 kilo, you divide it over a longer period. So you're not trying to force as much calories restricted into one day, you're spreading it over a longer period of time. Now, most people, they can put themselves in a 300-400 calorie deficit if they're in that average range of intake of 2,000 to 2,500. 300-400 calorie deficit, not crazy, but not easy nevertheless. Now let's say you're having a 300 calorie deficit. You're going to think, how long would it take me to lose the kilo then? So we're going to do some quick maths. 7,700 calories in a kilo divided by 300 calories, which is what you're going to try and lose on a daily basis, that would take you 25.66 days. So basically it will take you, let's say 26 days, because you can't half a day to 2 that. It will take you 26 days. Now that's almost coming up to 4 weeks. 4 weeks to lose a kilo, I think, is not amazing, but it's not ridiculous either. And you only take away 300 calories from your diet, and you can lose yourself a kilo. Now, let's say you wanted to lose 10 kilos. You wanted to lose 10 kilos. We're going to times that by 10, and you got yourself your answer. 256 days. Now, if we was going to convert that into months, it's 8.41 months. So 8.5 months, 8 months, 2 weeks. Now, 10 kg, depending on what your weight is, it's a fair bit of weight. It really is a fair bit of weight. So, for you to basically make a 9-month, almost a 9-month transformation of losing 10 kg, it definitely is possible. The formula you guys need to remember, there's 7,700 calories in 1 kilo. And for anyone that doesn't understand kilos and you understand pounds, I put this on screen. 1 pound is basically 0.45 kilos. So it's almost half a kilo, but a little bit less. And then the other way around, 1 kilo is 2.2 pounds and a bit more. So it's just over 2.2 pounds. So now you know what weight is, you know why we need body fat, what body fat percentage you want to be in, and what BMI is, how many calories is in a kilo, how long it will take you to lose whatever amount of kilos you want to lose. Whether you want to lose 5 kilos, you want to lose 10 kilos, you want to lose 20 kilos, you know the formula, and you understand you need to be in a deficit. You can't lose weight if you're in a surplus, which basically means if you're intaking 3,000 calories and you're only losing 2,000, you're not in a deficit. Whereas if you're intaking 2,000 and you're losing 3,000, you've now lost 1,000 calories. And we've already established majority of people won't be able to lose a kilo in a week. Not impossible, but majority of people won't, purely because of the amount of calories you'd have to restrict for yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's another topic you want to see, just put it in the comments down and we can go through it. But if you did really like this video, please leave it a like and do subscribe, it will mean a lot. And for anyone that's trying to lose weight, good luck on your journeys.